The Fairly Oddparents is an animated TV show that originally aired on Nickelodeon. The show is about Timmy, an average kid that no one understands. Mom and Dad and Vicky be always giving that nigga commands and shit. You know him. Well, one day Timmy's luck does turn around when he is granted two fairy godparents, Cosmo and Wanda, to help him, navigate the challenges of life and whatnot and everything. Wanda being the more intelligent one and Cosmo not being so much. But does anyone remember how, unhinged the show was, low-key? And as a kid, I really did used to love this show. It was up there for me with shows like SpongeBob, which I covered in my other video. Please go and watch that video. I'm begging you. But more specifically, in today's video, we're gonna be watching one of the most hated Fairly Odd episodes on the internet, Homewrecker. You would think this episode has something to do with cheating in relationships, but it's actually about Timmy's rivalry with one of his most popular antagonists, Vicky. But pretty much everyone in Fairly Odd Parents is Timmy's op except for his friends and including his parents. Yeah, this show had a lot going on. So the episode starts off with Timmy's parents leaving him with his clearly mentally unstable babysitter Vicky, but that's their thing, I guess, just being very unaware and oblivious to everything that's going on. His parents are leaving to go to a Scottish festival, which is not really important to the story, but I chose to mention it for some reason. They then return later because Timmy's dad forgot to put on underwear.
All right, I'll put on some underwear. Holy haggis!
Come on, bro. You a fully grown man with a wife, a kid, and a mortgage, but you forgetting to put on underwear in the morning. Can someone make the correlation for me, please? When their parents enter their home, they find it destroyed by Vicky, but for some reason they believe that Timmy made all the mess alone in 2 seconds. I guess, bro. Timmy's legal guardians think he's becoming a quote-unquote bad seed, and then they leave to go to their festival. When they return for the second time, they find their only son, mind you, tied up like Hannibal Lecter or something. And they seem to just not care, I guess, that their son is getting physically abused by their clearly mentally ill babysitter. Pay attention. So Timmy's parents actually do end up sending him to Vicky's bad seed program. You couldn't even pay me to understand why. Oh yeah, I know why. They're fucking idiots.
Introducing my new off-site bad seed babysitting service. A 7-day-a-week babysitting service?
Oh, 7 days a week? That's almost all of them!
Yep, and if it works on you, I can franchise it nationwide. Look, I already have investors lined up.
Maybe it's the man skirt making me emotional, but I love it!
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Here you go!
Timmy now has to go to Vicky's house, and he's given a bunch of chores to do and complete before Vicky's parents come back to their house. And Vicky's evil as shit, so she's not really trying to help. She just fucks off to the basement, I guess. But Timmy's real as hell, so he's not going for none of that shit. He starts trashing the fuck out of Vicky's house with a mini tornado, slime coming out of the toilets, and he finally decides to destroy her room. Why would you go after everything in her house before you go after her room? Her parents are innocent. While Timmy's inside of Vicky's room, her younger sister shows up. Her name is Tootie, by the way. She's in love with Timmy, and she's been harassing Timmy for a really long time. The guy really just can't catch a break at this point.
Now then, makeup mess. Perfume typhoon. Poster toaster. Overstuffed animals. And finally, frat boy party!
Sport? When Vicky sees this, she's going to kill you!
Ha! Not as long as I have you guys to protect me. What could possibly go wrong? Timmy! Did I hear your voice?
Vicky starts coming back up the stairs from doing her evil behavior in the basement, and she sees all the damage that Timmy's caused with his magical fairies. Now, obviously, the demon child is angry, and she wants to turn Timmy Turner into a hashtag Timmy Turner. Why is this lady allowed around children? This is truly concerning. Put her on the watch list. Back inside Vicky's room, Tootie's not really as sad as she should be. She's actually happy, I guess, because she hates her sister or whatever. They never really explain that. But while this is going on, the fairies decide to hide underneath the bed, even though they're magic and they can just, I don't know, disappear. Vicky's pit bull chases Cosmo and Wanda from underneath the bed, and for some reason, these dumbass fairies leave their wands, like the source of their actual magic. They decide to take off without them and leave them underneath the bed. Why am I getting so aggravated right now? Tootie finds the wands under the bed, and she thinks that it's a gift from Timmy because she's just so in love with him that she can just, you know, not use her common sense anymore. And she heads to her room and she throws that shit in a big ass pile with other identical wands. Like, I guess this is just made in a factory down the street. But Timmy's still desperately trying to get his wands back because Vicky is still out for blood and wants to put him on a circle chain. Vicky's big scary ass is at the door now, where she goes full shining mode and starts taking an axe to the door. Timmy throws Tootie in the closet and convinces her that they're playing a game so that he can have time to find the magical wand. I mean, bro, what possible game could you be playing? Trying not to starve and die in the closet that I was trapped in by Timmy Turner? Hashtag surviving Timmy Turner. Timmy's parents are also here now too to pick him up. So Vicky gets the bright idea to blame the destruction on Timmy because they're so stupid and so dumb that they'll believe it.
Cool! I still have spider powers! Yeah!
No!
Timmy, we're here!
That's your parents! I can blame you for all this!
After the fairies get their wands back from this very convenient big box of identical wands, the fairies wish everything back to normal, like every other episode. This stops Vicky from pinning the entire disaster on Timmy, and now his parents don't believe that he's a bad kid because the house is spotless now, I guess. And they just believe everything they see, and they're just so stupid. I can't. They're so fucking dumb. They finally leave Vicky's house and completely forget about Tootie in the closet. That's locked, by the way. She's gonna die in there. R.I.P. Tootie. So as mad as I was getting, that wasn't really a bad watch for real. It's just a typical cartoon. Sure, it's very formulaic and predictable, but what kids show isn't like that? With that being said, I definitely don't hate this episode, but I can see why people could hate this episode. It's just kind of dumb, but whatever. It's a cartoon. I'm a grown man. It's not meant for me. Make sure you check out my other videos and stuff. I'm really getting the hang of this YouTube stuff again, and I want to thank you guys for, boosting those other videos up a bunch. I just started uploading again, and I'm already seeing, great results back from you guys, and everyone who comments on the videos. I do appreciate you guys. I will respond back to literally every comment, even if it's hate. I'm not afraid of that shit. But anyways, I've talked for way too long now. Do something fun today, or whatever you like to do. It's your life.